Tomorrow my sister's coming over. She's pregnant and just being around you makes her feel sick, my wife said, her voice like ice, sharp, hard and clear, as she stirred her tea like a surgeon. Pack your things and go stay with your mom while she's here. I looked at her quietly, measuring her words in the stillness. Really? I asked, calm like still water. Then I smiled slowly. I noticed her confidence shift. Oh, I'll be leaving, I said, letting the words settle like dust on wood floors. She blinked, the first crack in her perfect mask. By morning, the energy in the house had changed. Too quiet. Too still. Everything she believed was already rewritten. We met 12 years ago. I was a nobody then, just rough hands and tired dreams. She was lightning. Her laugh stopped time. Her eyes saw what others missed. Thought they saw me, truly saw me. She said she loved how I paid attention to the little things. How I remembered her coffee order on our second date. How I gently touched her wrist before holding her hand, like I was asking permission. I thought I found something rare, something to build a future on. She made the plans. I made them real. She wanted a house. I worked extra hours, weekends disappeared. She wanted a business. I emptied my savings to help her start it. I believed in us. But there was no us. There was only her. And I didn't see it until the damage was done. It didn't start with yelling or blame. Started with distance. The kind that lingers long after a fight, except we hadn't argued. I just checked out. Then I smelled it. A new scent on her scarf, cheap cologne. Not mine. Musky. I made excuses. Maybe she passed someone in a crowd. Maybe a client hugged her. But soon she started locking her phone. Stayed face down, silent. She used to hand it to me mid-sentence to text her sister. Now it was guarded like treasure. One night she came home in heels I didn't recognize. No occasion. When I asked, she mumbled something about a dinner meeting. But she looked flushed. Lipstick smudged. Not from wine but from kisses. That night, I lay beside her pretending to sleep, heart racing. Her phone buzzed once, then went still. I didn't check. Not yet. The weeks after I became quiet, the way a storm is before it breaks. Took a sick day. Followed her. Watched her meet him. Corner cafe. He sat close. His hand on her thigh. She didn't move away. She laughed my laugh. The one I hadn't heard in months. I didn't argue. Took pictures. I smiled at the waitress and ordered coffee. When she went out with her friends next time, I installed a keylogger on her laptop. Messages, logins, transfers. That's how I found the business account. One she claimed was just hers for taxes. She had slowly drained $47,000 from our joint account. The same savings I built. The same money she swore was for us. She was preparing to disappear alone. I didn't get mad. Got focused. Hired a lawyer. Efficient. She looked over the evidence. Bank records, screenshots, texts, photos. She glanced at me once and said, "You've done your homework." I nodded. I'm not finished. Together, we froze accounts she didn't know I could access. Shifted the house back into my name. Technically, it was always mine before she asked for a refinance. She never looked too closely. I even reached out to her sister, the pregnant one. Took her to lunch. Gently told her I was concerned, that her sister might be involved with someone risky. I didn't name him. I didn't need to. Her sister's imagination filled in the blanks. She was loyal, protective, and wonderfully curious. The fuse was lit. Then came last night. Her voice cutting through the room like a frozen wind. "Stay at your mom's." I let her think she still held the power, that she was sending me away like a loyal dog. But this wasn't exile. This was my freedom. This morning when she woke up, my side of the bed was empty. So was the safe. All the jewelry she bought using my money, gone. Her laptop gone. The guest closet where I kept my files, keepsakes, and my father's watch emptied. The security footage wiped clean. The TV was still on the wall. I wanted her to see everything else was gone. On the kitchen counter I left one envelope. Her name in my handwriting. Inside, divorce papers, set for delivery at exactly 9 a.m., and a USB. Inside the drive. Every message. Every transfer. Photos of her with him. And a voice recording of her whispering, "He'll never know." She thought I was asleep. I wasn't. At 9:15 I signed the final papers. The house was officially mine. The untouched savings secured. By noon she was facing legal charges. Fraud, financial manipulation, tax crimes. Her lover. His assets frozen before lunch. I made sure the IRS saw her creative deductions. Her sister called me around 2, crying. She said you didn't care, that you were cold. She lied, I said softly. But I think you know that now. Where is she tonight? I don't know. I don't care. Maybe she's crying. Maybe she's screaming. Maybe she called her lover and found silence. When she checks her flight, she'll see it was cancelled. I used the miles for a quiet cabin in the mountains. Fire. View. The house is mine again. The lights dim. The whiskey tastes like peace. Betrayal cuts deep when you don't see it coming. But revenge. That's guided, slow, deliberate. Tomorrow, her sister will still be pregnant. Still nauseous. But not because of me. Because of the bitter aftertaste of everything my wife tried to steal, sliding back down like poison dressed in satin. And me. I'm long gone. Just not the way she imagined.